you may be able to push through something that may break me, but
Right.
everybody has to be able to push through some things.
Yeah,
like
you're
if
right.
like if I was like, oh, it's just really draining me to go to work and this that, and the third. Like I had a rough month at work before. Like you be like, dang, bro, this hard. But what I'm gonna do? Quit my job?
Yeah, no, you got
Let me clear my throat so everything I say here can be clearly said. Y'all, welcome back. It's Josh.
Boom.
Chad.
All right, and we're here to do another episode. And look, first of all, I just want to let everybody know that I appreciate all the support, all the love. I'm overjoyed to be doing this, and I really enjoy it.
Facts. Me too, man.
So, look, we're gonna hit the ground running with a really important episode. You know, I know we kind of keep it lighthearted sometimes, and we joke and this, that, and the third. We want to bring the whole human experience to this podcast. That's what we said, you know, when we started it. But today we want to talk about mental health and men's mental health specifically. Something that over the past couple of years has been discussed more, but in some circumstances it may not be discussed enough, and that's what we're here to talk about today. So I'm gonna
Facts.
ask both of y'all guys a quick question. What is mental health to you, Chaz?
Mental health is like how you feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like how you feeling, how you interact with certain people or interact with certain situations. You know what I'm saying? How it make you feel, like how it make your mind feel and stuff like that. Like depression or just give me anxiety, anything like that. So that's my take on it.
All right, what about you, Bowman?
I feel like mental health is something that actually take over the mindset. I mean, that's what mental health. So your regular thinking, uh, for example, let's say you have a day-to-day thing that you do. Well, when you're dealing with mental health, it actually knock you off your actual plan. So
Fact, yeah.
I feel like that's what it is.
I got you. And I did look up the before the show started, look up the definition of, and this is per the CDC. Mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, feel, and act. It also helps determine how we handle stress, relate to others, and make healthy choices. Mental health is important at every stage of life: childhood, adolescence, and adulthood. So, you know, everything y'all said basically was the definition of mental health. And I would kind of think that same thing, like mental health would be, you know, how you're able to, I guess, um, function in a normal capacity, whatever we would think normal would be. So, piggybacking off of that, like, how do you take care of your mental health?
Man, I just like one thing that helped me, just that helped me through over the years, like when I'm going through something, my mental is not right. Like, bro, I really just go hoop.
Okay.
Like basketball is that one thing for me that take my mind off anything I'm going through. If I ain't feeling right, and I just get a text to be like, hey, bro, we finna go to the pile hoop, bro. I'm happy to go because I'm like, bro, maybe that like it even on days that I ain't feeling myself, I get a text like, hey, bro, we hooping at the pile later on.
Same. Yep.
Yeah, like that.
Agree.
I be like, bet. Like that's like my enjoyment for real.
Definitely. Especially being proactive, lifting weights, running. I mean, honestly, as a child, that what helps me. You know what I'm saying?
Playing
What helps me as a man today, I really just care less. I try to shed it off. Even though I care, I shed it off mentally. It could be a previous girlfriend, or it could be my kids, or it could be my mother, or it could be my job. I just shed my feelings off. It's hard to do, but over the years, you know, you can actually cope it.
Rasta, how do you take care of your mental health? Oh no,
I do a lot of different things though. Like
that's but that's an interesting topic because everybody's mental health is important.
You
Nah.
said what?
Yeah,
Talking
try to
I
about
try
get
to keep myself busy
Yeah.
Okay, Floyd.
for the most part.
I'm gonna piggyback off of Chaz. When it comes to like taking care of myself, as far as the mental health side is hooping. Like I go hoop and I clear my mind. If I can't hoop, I ride my motorcycle.
Okay.
Because when you ride a bike, you gotta clear your head
To operate.
to operate.
Right.
You gotta be aware of everything. So I normally ride my bike or I hoop. So
Okay,
those are
tell me
my
this.
things.
Tell me this then. Because I was gonna ask y'all, do you think your coping mechanism, which is basketball, fitness, staying busy, hooping as well, do you think that fixes the problem? Because have you ever gotten on your motorcycle and your mental been so messed up that you couldn't ride? Because you just said in order to ride, you got to stay focused. Have you ever had something going on so bad, like, bro, I can't even ride?
Nah, because
Okay.
once you get on that bike, you gotta focus on that bike. It's a difference than getting in a car. If I get in a car, maybe that whatever is bothering me, it may deter my driving or anything. But riding a motorcycle, you have to be focused because you're not only riding for yourself, you're riding for the people around you as well. So when I get on the bike, my head is clear. It's just me, the bike, and the road,
But
and the people around me. So
Very thin margin for error.
yeah, very
yeah,
thin.
but like you said, Poke, like them days you just can't get it off your mind. I done had days I done went to hoop and
Hell yeah.
I just couldn't get it off my mind.
Yeah.
And by me not knowing how to deal with what's going on, like right then, that shit might turn into anger for a little minute. Then that's when you get into arguing on the court. You get to damn near get to fighting with somebody. And they don't even got nothing to do with you going, but you just going there, you just feeling extra tough, or you mad because you can't deal what you deal with how you supposed to,
Right.
or you ain't been talked to. So some days I done went to the gym or went to Front Street just tripping.
Yeah.
Like,
Trying to
Because
fight
you
everybody.
upset
Yeah,
about something else.
it wasn't even just me trying to fight. I might just, you know how like you talk crazy. You know, you got your basketball
Anybody
talk,
can get it at this point.
but I'm taking it too far. I'm like, oh, nigga, you a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, cause I'm mad about something that's going on that ain't even got nothing to do with bad, you know, like what's going on the court.
Well,
So, yeah.
I'm glad you said that because I mean I try to take notes so I don't forget. So a question later on I was gonna ask is, where is that question at? So how can men balance their duties as men, the essence of manhood? You know, we talked about that.
Right.
Decisiveness, masculinity, leadership, protection, and provision, while at the same time being aware of their mental health. So you just said, you know what I'm saying, you came in, you feeling extra tough, quote unquote. I know you just saying that.
Right.
How do men like say, okay, I'm still a man, but I'm dealing with something? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because people look at the aggressiveness as how much of a man is, I guess.
Right.
Which that's not the total thing. But how do we balance that? How do we balance still being a man and then focusing on your mental health? Because I've heard men say like, "Oh, just don't worry about it," or just shrug it off, or whatever. Or my cousin, he got a saying. He say men are meant to carry hard times and billfolds. It's basically saying people don't care. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do, and you got to pay the bills.
Facts.
It's I ain't gonna lie, it is tough trying to balance that, like, you knowing at the end of the day, I'm a man, like I'm a man and I deal with everything head on, but on the flip side, bro, like I'm going through something too, and I don't open up to people. Like I don't talk about what I've been through in my life, what I've been through lately, nothing to nobody, because I'm like, just like he said, people don't care about me and feelings, bro.
Yeah, no, they don't.
And like people like, and I do got some people in my corner that truly care about me, that I can tell them stuff, but like I don't even tell them everything. I can tell them what's going on surface level. Like if I'm having a bad day that day because something happened right then, I'd be like, man, I'm mad because this. But like me just telling them what's going on in me, like why I feel the way I feel, like about my life, about stuff I've been through, I've never ever opened up to nobody and told them nothing.
Wow.
So like people just see me and like I said, they just see me and think, oh, Chad ain't going through nothing. You know, so he always happy, smiling. Shit, bro, I be going through it, bro. Like the people, like it was something that Channing Crowder said on the pivot. He said, the one that you see making everybody else happy and smiling, that's the one you need to be asking what's wrong. So like, but people don't really ask me what's wrong. So that's why I don't never just be like,
Express your feelings.
yeah, I don't never express my feelings in. Like,
Do you think you would though? You think if somebody came to you and was like, CJ, let's talk. You know, what's really going on? Do you think you would tell them, or you think you would just be like trying to hide that, thinking they may think you weak or they may think you crazy, or like you really don't care for real? No way.
I believe I would, because I've been wanting to get a lot of stuff out of me, like just off me that's been going on. So that's why I was like glad we're doing this episode. So it's some stuff I'm gonna open up about and let y'all know, people gonna know, they'd be like, damn, like, dude really be going through some stuff. He just hold it together. Like I'm just holding it together right now. Just talking like this right now. I'm like I'm
Like
feeling
anxious
like
about it.
I'm anxious because like I ain't never talked about nothing like this.
But it was preached to us. I don't know if y'all mothers taught y'all this, but my mama taught me not to cry. You know what I'm saying? Be that tough-hearted person, and it can hurt you or hinder you over time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you never open up or if you never like express your feelings, it can pretty much damage you mentally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel the same way as you feel, bro.
Yeah.
I rarely talk to anybody about anything. Close friends, of course. I don't even talk to my mama about stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like she can't relate or she might judge me, and that's the biggest thing. I
Yeah,
feel
that's
like
another.
people
Yeah, like I don't want to.
fucking judge me. So that's the reason why I'd rather not express my feelings.
So are you gonna teach Baby Bone not to cry?
Nah, I teach him to cry today. Like being on that prime example, I coach him as a football athlete. And this year he realized, like, yeah, I'm good, but good is not enough. If you being lazy or if you being disrespectful or you got bad grades, your ass gonna sit on that fucking sideline. And this year was the hardest year for him because I was all for it. I was all for him learning to sit his ass on that sideline and
If he
watch
do
everybody
something-
else play.
Yeah.
Everybody else didn't understand, though. My mama didn't understand. His mama didn't understand. Well, honestly, y'all don't have to understand because guess what? I did it before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was that main athlete. I was that good person. You know what I'm saying? I had bad grades. And they let me buy, though. They let me buy.
And you saw how it affected you.
And I saw how it affected me long term. I had to teach myself how to read. You know what I'm saying? I had to teach myself how to pass a fucking state test that's at a basic level. I don't want my son to go through that. So I'm glad we're having this conversation today.
Yeah.
Let's put everything out on the table.
Let's do it.
Crazy, I didn't know that. So at what point did you realize you were gonna have to take your reading into your own hands? Until this very moment, I did not know that.
Me
Very
neither.
moment,
Nah,
I
boy,
did not know
boy,
that.
That's
and
crazy.
you've been
I
my
mean-
closest friend since we was kids, so I didn't even know
See,
this.
I had to slick hide it for years, man, for years. And that was the only thing that somebody could say about me. You know what I'm saying? My reading skills. It went to the certain level it should have been. And I always made an excuse. Well, we in Mississippi, you know, lowest reading scale, you know. But really and truly, so when I started school, I had ended up getting asthma. And when I got asthma, when I was like in 3rd or 2nd grade or something like that, I was in the hospital the whole time because they didn't know what was going on with me. So my 4th grade year, pretty much they jumped me over to my 4th grade
So
year.
you missed all of third, and they just put you in
I
fourth.
missed all of the inner 2nd, all of 3rd, and they just threw me into the 4th grade year.
Damn.
And I was in special ed. You know what I'm saying? The only people knew was Matt McIntosh and LaBria. So those are my best 2 friends of all time because they knew, but they still treated me the same. You feel me? So this whole time, everybody else learning, I'm still at the same level because they threw me in special ed.
Gotcha.
So you were always a year and a half behind.
Right. Let's fast forward to 7th grade. My mama asked me, do you want to continue on being in special ed or do you want to do it on your own? I said, Mom, I want to do it on my own. My friends doing it. I want to do it on my own. I want to try it on my own. 2nd grade, I was in regular classes, learning everything myself. I'm trying to catch up on everything that everybody else was taught.
Right.
I'm catching myself up the whole time.
You doing it on your own.
I'm doing it
So
on my own.
Did you do that because you didn't want to be teased? Because as a preteen, you know, and a teenager, that's what you are in middle school. Like,
Definitely.
You feel like, okay, peer pressure is tough. Or did you do
Yeah.
it because you really felt you could do it on your own?
I did it. I did it on my own to show that I can do it.
Okay.
And as a kid, coming into that situation, you can easily just be like, I need help.
Yeah.
No, not me. I actually wanted to do it on my own. So
You wanted to prove it.
I wanted to prove myself.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah.
Damn, Bone. Damn, bro.
That's deep.
I ain't know that. Yeah, like
Yeah, it's
I did
crazy,
not
right?
know that,
So,
bro.
so in saying that and revealing that to the people, you know, you've had to suppress that now for we're 30 and 31 years old, respectively.
Years.
So you've had to suppress that for 16 years. You say going into your 7th grade year.
Right.
How do you think that affects your mental health daily? Because you now approach situations knowing that your education level is not that of your peers.
Right.
You know, because if we beat 1,000, most people only got middle school or high school reading level anyway.
Right,
You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like to be able to really read, recall, spell, and comprehend words, most people
Yeah.
only got
Yeah.
a lower level anyway. So, but how has that affected you, like your confidence level going in? Because
Yeah.
they don't know, you know.
Right. I know. So I'm pretty much, I know everything. So let's fast forward from 7th grade to 12th grade. Of course, I didn't pass the reading state test.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So everything's starting to make sense. Of course, I didn't get help all the way 7th through 12th.
Mm.
So just imagine you like pretty much winging it all the way to your 12th grade year,
And
Right.
and people pushing you through.
pushing you through.
Wow.
Like no help at all.
Well,
Well,
what I mean by
well,
that is
well.
like, you know what I'm saying? If they see you struggling, they like, well, I give you this.
Yeah,
instead
he's
of
a
that.
good athlete. Let me just go ahead and just give him a couple points.
But do you think they did that because they, don't forget what you was about to say. Do you think they did that because they cared about you? Because I can see a teacher
Yeah.
saying, I care about Tenarius.
Yeah,
I don't want him to be left behind,
'cause
so
if-
I'm going to push him.
And because if I know it's one teacher I seen here that cared about
Miss Manning.
us, Miss Manny, bro.
Yes.
I walked past her class the day that she found out he didn't pass his reading state test.
She was crying.
Bro, she was crying
Yeah.
because she felt like she
She
failed
failed
him.
me.
Like,
But it wasn't her fault.
She felt
I
like
was in
she-
12th
Bruh,
grade at
tell
the
her
time.
it wasn't your fault.
It
Yeah,
wasn't
Miss
your
Ma-
fault. It was 12th grade
Bruh,
at
that
the
just
time.
kind of made me feel away.
like Parks, like it might have been me and Chick, it might have been me and Josh. We walked past her, but she was crying, and we both went in there and just gave her a hug and was like, Miss Manley, it ain't your fault. Like, that's still that's like my favorite teacher, bro. Like, 'cause
man.
she actually one that actually
cared. For real.
Still to this day, like, bro.
Because it was me and Mad and
Yeah,
more people
yeah.
in her-
We was
okay.
all in the same
Yeah,
class.
but like even still to this day, like if you see Miss, like I done seen her a couple places,
Yeah.
bro. Like she asked about it, all of us.
I got her on the book. I
like,
had
and
to
she still care about all of us. Like she want to know like how we doing and everything.
Yeah.
So like she one of them rare teachers that actually
Yeah.
care about you after you leave high school.
She really did.
And it's like I hate that it's like that because as a teacher, you got so much pressure on you. There's so much pressure. 12th grade, you trying to get these students on to the next level.
That's true.
And you really bond a relationship with these kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if they don't pass,
It hurt like
it hurts you in your soul. So I definitely understand, but I want her to know it wasn't her fault. And even the teachers before, it's not y'all fault either. Honestly, it's nobody's fault.
ain't bone. It's
It
big,
just
bro.
happened.
It's big, bro. Like, you
But
just-
let's fast forward from 12th grade. I actually went to Mississippi State though. I actually got my degrees and stuff like that. Like I said, I taught myself how to read. So it's a great story at the end, but my early stage,
it's your journey. Yeah,
it was my trauma. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
your journey.
My
It's a part of your
trauma. I
journey.
mean, so I got mines. I had to fight for it. I had to teach myself for it, but at the end, I did get it.
Yeah.
You know?
So how do you think and this is how do you think your upbringing affected not only your mental health but your education? Because you already said your mom taught you not to cry. And let me
Right.
preface this by saying, whatever we say about our upbringing, me, you,
Yeah.
you, our parents are only able to teach us what they knew.
What they know.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not nobody's parent was set out like I'm finna screw my kid over.
Right. And
They
don't get me wrong. She didn't verbally say don't cry. She said it in her actions.
I got
Yeah.
you.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Stuff
Like,
she went through,
yeah,
she didn't cry.
yeah.
So like it was showing you
be
like
tough, son.
Yeah,
Don't cry
yeah,
like a
yeah,
girl. Like
yeah.
you know, that's basically around the same thing as don't cry.
Because she having to be tough raising two
She
sons.
have to be tough
She
raising
had to
two
be
sons.
tougher than she wanted
Yes.
to be.
The
You know what I'm
same
saying?
thing.
She can't get in her feminine because she got to raise two boys.
It's the
Exactly.
same thing with my mom. Like
Exactly.
like growing up, it was just me, my mama, my brother. Like that's all it's been. And like just like growing up, seeing her like seeing my mama go through some of the things she had to go through, like maybe miss a meal today just so my two kids can have a good meal to eat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and you seeing your mama go through that, like even even till today, it still bothers me because I'm like, bro, my mama really went through a lot, bro. Like,
Facts.
no help at all, just me, her, and my brother.
Facts.
2 kids. You know, back then people weren't getting paid a lot. She and she made it happen, bro. Like, so that's why, like, my mama is like my biggest hero.
Facts.
Like, that's my best friend. Like, and like you said, like, I don't even tell her everything because I'm like, but my mama, she go through enough daily.
Facts.
Like, still, like, going through what she go through in her life. I'm sure she don't want her son. Well, she do want her son to come to her, open up, but I don't want to see my mama. Have to see my mama see me cry.
Yeah. Then on top of that, like,
Because that's gonna hurt her. Because my mom is like, she very soft hearted when it comes to her kids and her grandkids. So I come to her, she see me cry. I don't want to see her cry.
right.
So, you know, that's why I keep all this shit bottled in.
Facts. Go ahead, Pope. Talk to us.
Man.
Let me.
First of all, we joke around with each other,
Right.
and we are rough with each other, and I never knew that about you. And if I ever said anything that made you feel away,
Bruh.
bro, I apologize, bro.
Yeah,
me
me
too.
too.
apologize.
None of us,
like,
nobody,
yeah.
Listen.
Because
listen. That actually made me. You know what I'm saying? That made me. So, all the jokes or whatever, because guess what? I was giving them bitches back.
Nah,
So-
yeah, you.
See, yeah.
Hey, all my soul, you was getting
so I'm gonna cover up for whatever. You would never
That's what I
know,
be
and I
saying,
hid it
though,
for
like-
so long. You know
like-
what I'm saying?
and that's what I like about our friendship. Like, not even with us, but like,
The
our
whole class.
Yeah, like our whole class is like everybody. We all joke on each other, but
Right.
everybody know, like, bro.
Ain't nobody trying to be
Yeah,
disrespectful.
ain't nobody trying to be disrespectful.
We
and-
ain't joking to hurt.
Yeah,
Right,
and,
right.
and,
And
and
that's
we
the
know, like, as
reason
a
why.
class, like, if we need anybody in our class, bro,
Facts.
they gonna be there for us. Like, so, like, that's one thing I can say about our friendship and our whole little class as a whole. Like, if anybody going through something, bro, the whole class be there for them.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
behind
Yeah,
it.
they'll definitely rise up. But that Lexi, like, she
Yeah,
just
yeah.
mentioned quick,
2012.
hey, y'all, such and such
Lexi
going through
Hatchie,
such and such.
yeah, man, she
Hit
the
'em
one.
up,
Like,
or
whenever
send
anything, like,
flowers.
bro, she take up money for flowers, anything.
Yeah, man. So shout out to class of 2012, man. We
Yeah.
really
Shout
appreciate
out,
y'all.
shout out. CJ Bone, do y'all think that your humor was a big way for you to cope with the aspects of the things going on
bro,
in your life, your mental health?
I'm telling you, bro,
Yes.
like, just me being able, like, just me coming to school, just being able to make y'all boys laugh or just make the school laugh, like, bro, that was a coping thing for me too, because I'm like, bro, like, if people knew, like, what I was going through at home, or because I didn't want nobody to feel sorry for me, so I'm like, bro,
Man, hell no.
I'm not even finna tell y'all what's
Right.
going on. I'm just finna come to school, be funny, disrupt the class, which I'm not doing it to be.
Disrespectful to the teacher, but you
But
just
that's just my outlet,
Right.
like, because I'm holding so much in,
Yeah.
it's gonna have to come out. But I'm just making it come out in a funny way, like,
Right. And that's the best medicine.
yeah,
Just
like
laughter.
your best medicine is laughing. But even though I was doing it the wrong way, I'm doing it in class while the teacher
Right.
trying to teach. But I'm like, bro, this all I know, and it's nothing like I had some, like, I did have, like I said, Miss Manley and people they pull you to the side and ask what's wrong, and
Right.
you get I was explaining a little bit so they understand, like, okay, this is why he coming here, and but like some of them teachers just didn't care.
They didn't.
They just quick seen to the principal, and the principal, some of them definitely didn't care.
Yeah. I
So,
mean, some
like-
of them didn't understand, but I'm glad that you said that because I do want to give a couple shout outs to a couple teachers that actually helped me get to the level that I actually went to. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to teach yourself a certain skill as a child and go so far. So I do want to thank Miss Manley.
Fact.
I do want to thank Miss Fremont. I don't know if y'all know Miss Fremont. I do want to thank Craig Humphrey. You know what I'm saying? He definitely helped me out too. And even the coaches though.
Oh,
Like
okay.
even the
Oh,
coaches, like not I ain't gonna say me personally, Tupelo coaches, but the Pee Wee coaches, man.
I was finna say, yeah, them the ones
Coach-
that really had y'all.
They real deal
Coach
did
Kenny.
that. Coach Kenny,
Coach
bro.
Hadley, all them, yeah,
Coach Hadley, yeah.
like them, yeah, but
It's a prime example. Like whatever you teach these young kids, they're gonna take it forever.
Yeah.
And they was teaching us at 6 years old. So just imagine if I still remember it at 30.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all keep that up.
Yeah,
Keep that up.
definitely shout out to them. Like, it's some coaches that, like Coach Head.
Facts, Coach Head.
Yeah.
Like, I just seen him 2 weeks ago. We went to Algoma for my grandma's birthday to eat at the little seafood place. Man, he walked in, bro. My face just lit up, bro. He seen me. He was like, "Oh man, there go my son." And like, that's like Coach Head just don't like, bro. Coach Head, if you ever see this, bro, you just don't know, like, bro. You mean
Appreciate you,
the
man.
world to me, like I call you my second dad or anything, like, cause like you took the time out with me, like you used to tell me that you love me, and like I ain't never like everybody know, like, bro, my dad was in prison.
Man, it felt uncomfortable because I ain't never had a
so
man tell you I love you. Like,
Yes.
I never had that until
Wait,
Coach
wait,
Head
wait,
said
wait.
that.
You never had a man
Hell
tell you love
no,
you until
no,
Coach
no.
Head. So that'd have been freshman year?
Right.
Yeah, so like,
Wow.
Like
bro,
real deal, genuine love too, though.
yeah, like he
Love
showed
y'all
it,
guys.
like he,
So how did that feel when you heard that? Like, because there had to be
It made me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like I said, it made me
It
feel
make you feel
uncomfortable at
weird,
first.
man.
Yeah.
I ain't never had a man
yeah,
tell
cause
me.
yeah,
What?
Now
Like,
at
I ain't
first
have no dad. I ain't never had a man say I
and
love you.
I'm not saying
that is
saying
something
that
wrong
to
with that,
be
but you just saying,
because
like,
I lived
Yeah,
with my
I
dad.
mean,
That's
yeah.
why it's so foreign to me. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
I mean, of course, the immature people out there not gonna understand, but the
This ain't
real
funny.
deal people, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know where we coming from when we say we never had an actual man that's our father or not our father. Pretty much put us to the side and say, "I love you." That
Like-
means so much.
bro, Coach Head was the first man that cried with us.
I can see
Facts.
that. Yeah.
Nah, like, bro, he sat us in the locker room, bro, and he told us about his life, like
About
what
his
he
life, about his dad.
like what he was going through right then, like how he was dealing, like, and he, bro, I just started like,
About
bro,
his wife,
like,
his
bro,
previous wife.
the tears and stuff just started coming. He sat there and cried with us,
Mm.
and like that's my first time ever seeing a man cry, and that's what let me know, bro, it's all right.
It's all right to cry.
It's all right to cry, bro. Like, yeah, you can go, yeah, go
Bro,
ahead.
so like I was saying, you know, that's a foreign thing to me, you know, because everybody has a different upbringing, and I was blessed to be able to be raised in the home of my dad, and so my dad was able to tell me from the beginning he loved me and be around. Shout out to the big man, as we call
Yeah,
my
but
dad.
shout out to your
Reverend.
dad, for real.
But
Bishop
so
Edwards Parks.
we know that
Bishop, who you talking about?
What'd he
Bishop
say?
Edwards
Oh,
Park.
Clarence, my bad.
this
He's
man
an
just
Edwards.
made something up.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
He coping. He
Yeah,
he trying not to cry.
Yeah, he
Hey,
coped.
hey,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
hey, we hold it together right now.
Yeah.
But
You know what I'm saying, man?
how did that was it right? That's the code
That's
word. The voice breaking. How did you and your father repair y'all's relationship when he came home? Because as a young man, you thinking, bro, you haven't been here for whatever reason. Children don't know why you not there. They
Right.
just know you not there. And it's like, I don't care what you got going on. If you was in the hospital, bro, you wasn't here. So how did y'all repair that relationship, and how has that affected your mental health to this day?
Damn. It's one of the ones. I ain't gonna lie, like, I was talking on the phone with my cousin the other night, and I had told her, like, this is something that nobody know. He don't even know. But if he watch, you know, he'll find out. But my dad was the first person to break my heart.
Wow.
Like, for real, bro, like, you he was the first person to break my heart, man. Cause you know every little boy want to grow up with their dad, bro. Like, and you know, I do remember him going to prison, cause I was like 3, 4, but it's just some stuff as a child you don't forget.
Right.
But then it's just the fact of like, bro, you growing up, bro, you see some of your friends, like they chilling with their daddy, or I go over their house, them and their daddy chilling, laugh, they grilling, and it just be times like we'll be on the phone, like he be like, you know, son, I love you, man. I'll be home soon, or he'd be like, man, they just said I'm coming home, say February 15th, to But this is back when I'm young. Like, okay, bet. So
You getting ready
like,
for February 15th?
people ain't knowing. Like my mom ain't knowing that I'm looking forward to February 15th. I'm not showing them I'm looking forward to. I'm just in my mind. I'm keeping up with the days.
Facts.
February 15th come. Where you at? Where you at? I don't see you. I find out, oh man, or my auntie be like, well, he got to fighting, or he got caught with a phone,
You got set back.
or but in my mind, I'm like, bruh, like, damn, bro, you don't love me enough to stay out of trouble to come home to your son and your daughter. Like, at the time, you know what I'm saying, you got kids out here, bro, and you just in there just, you know you finna come home and you turn around and you get caught with a phone, or you get to fight. Like, bro, I'm thinking, and then I'm thinking about father on my mom. Like, bro, now, like I said, bro, it's just us. I ain't had no daddy. I had two uncles that I love to death. That my father figures, Chris Jones and Boo Kelly. You know, I tell y'all all the time. You know, I'm gonna tell y'all again now. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for stepping up in that father role for me and my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they was young. They wasn't grown yet. My uncle might have been. He was still in high school. My Uncle Boo was still in high school. My Uncle Chris still in college. But they stepped up big time. They like, I call them my dads. Like, people ask, I be like, yeah, I got Gerald Smith is my biological father, but my daddies are my Uncle Boo and Chris. But like I said though, but yeah, but like he was the first person to break my heart, bro. Like, cause and then like when he got out, it was like to this day it's still hard to get something established. Cause I'm like, bro, you done missed out. You got out when I was 18, bro. I'm going to college. I'm basically grown, like, bro. I done had to go through some stuff on my own, teach myself some stuff that you supposed to teach me. Like, my mama shouldn't have been the one to teach me how to
pee.
Not pee. But I understand, yeah. But like,
I'm
yeah, but
saying,
you're right though. Yeah, like,
my mama taught me how to pee. She
yeah,
got
like
a little hot dog, and she said, "This your wee wee." You know what I'm saying?
I can see
You
Miss
hold
Ashley
it.
doing that,
Yeah.
though.
You pee. You like,
yeah. And,
so that's what, you know.
But like my mom shouldn't have been the one to teach me how to use a condom. Like, she didn't like teach me like how
Right.
But
But she
like
explained it.
She was like, son, this is a condom. This is what you use it for.
Right.
Like, I wanted him to be there to teach me how to do that. Teach me how to drive. Man, one of my best friends, Tay Watkins, big dude something. He taught me how to drive. He came pick me up one day. I think you might have been in the car with him when we had the little hatchback.
Yep.
We was finna go, so he said, I ain't driving. You finna get in the driver's seat.
Right.
My first time ever. Like, stuff that, like, y'all done had, like, even y'all done had to teach me some stuff. Like, going,
Man, that
like,
shit crazy. 'Cause I was just finna say,
it's just the fact, like,
we taught each other.
yeah,
We taught each
like,
other.
like me and
That's wild.
me and all my friends, like the guys I grew up with, these guys, like Me Bone and Chick, for sure, done had to teach each other shit. Cause like, then one of us grew up with our dad.
He was having sex before me, and he pretty much taught me about sex. So the whole time I'm capping like I had sex before though.
I can hear you
I never
capping
saw.
this
I
photo,
never. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, he told me about it. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm gonna try it. You know what I'm saying? I did it. I'm coming back happy as hell, telling him my experience. Like,
He said
but
go try it like it's just a backflip or something.
I
Like,
mean,
"Damn,
but
I'm
you
gonna
know,
try
at
it."
that point, that's what it was though.
But you know, like, that's some stuff you supposed to, like, you want to come back and tell your dad, be like, hey, dad, I just
Yeah.
did it for the first time. He's be like, damn, son, for real. Like, he supposed to be like, hey, did you strap? But
Right.
I ain't had it, so
And that's why it's so important too. And don't forget your thought. That's why it's so important too to have this,
Yeah.
so you can, you know what I'm saying, bounce those ideas off other guys and learn stuff from other guys. Man, that touched me too. That Tay Watkins did that for you. Shout out to Tay, because that's a way that men, you know what I'm saying, like, he knew my boy don't know how to drive and his daddy not in his life. I ain't finna make no big deal out of it. Here the keys, you drive.
Yeah,
but really and truly, he was bringing you along. He like, bro, I'm teaching you how to drive.
Right.
And men just do things in a different way. But
Right.
that was love.
And to piggyback off of that, you know, your dad's supposed to. I'm gonna piggyback off of Chaz too, but your dad's supposed to teach you those type of things as far as like changing tires or
Right.
changing brake pads. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't learn how to change a brake pad until last year. I got a homeboy in
I
Alabama.
still don't know how to do it.
I got a homeboy in Alabama who taught me that. Shout out to him, Kenny Braxton. He taught me how to change brake pads. I ain't never known how to do that.
And I still don't.
And then how you say, like, when you was younger about how you didn't have your no dad there. Man, my dad moved out the house, moved down the road, and I didn't see him. After he moved out the house, it just
How old are you?
I was
Whoa, what
around
the
like
fuck?
10 years old.
He moved down the street.
He moved down the street.
Down the street,
and
bro?
Like seeing him just faded away. I don't see him to this day.
See, I was just gonna say my daddy went to Amory's. I mean, that's like an hour and 30, and I never saw him until it was like my birthday or Christmas.
I wasn't gonna say that. I'm letting you tell the story, bro.
Yeah, tell your story, because it ain't.
He moved down the street, and I didn't see him.
Did y'all not press to see him, or how did
After, like, when you young, you don't know. You just think he gone. He was a truck driver too, so I'm thinking like
he on the road.
He on the road, and when he was at the house, I rarely seen him because he was a truck driver. He was on the road all the time. But this is not to Trey or whatever, or nothing like that. But I used to go to Trey house all the time in high school. Right after I get out of class, we go to Trey house. That's because he had his dad there, and he was teaching him stuff. And then I just felt like, dang, man, I feel like this is my dad too, because he teaching me stuff too. So I'm learning stuff from Trey's dad. That's why me and him tight like that. But
but that's the same reason I was going over to Tay and Z house every day.
Yo,
because Ben, like, bro, Ben looked at all us like his kids, but like, if he yelled at Tay, he gonna yell at us too.
Yep.
But like, whatever he would, but like, it was something he could teach us about anything, bro. I swear, bro, you can go ask him about anything. He'll sit there and talk to you.
Like a real person.
So, shout out to Big Ben, man.
Shout out to Big Ben.
And but yeah, like I was saying, you know, like when he came home, like when my dad came home, it was hard to get that relationship back on because I'm like, bro, you been gone. You ain't been here. You don't know what I've been.
You ain't running shit. First off,
like I was
say, did he try to do that? Did he try to like come in forcefully?
Yeah, like he tried to come in with just like on some tell me what to do type stuff, and I couldn't, and I wasn't accepting it well because I'm like, bro, you don't even know me,
right?
You don't even know my favorite color, what I like to eat.
I got a story.
You don't know nothing, bro. So like, you can't come in trying to tell me what to do, and like. And our relationship now is still up and down. Like, we just got back on speaking terms because of what we're going through with our family. Like, you know, my grandmother's been diagnosed with cancer.
Right.
And that's another thing that bothers me every day. Because I'm like, bro, I don't want to wait. Like, my grandma is tough. It's like, she's strong. But seeing her now at her weakest and she can't really do nothing. I can't do nothing about it but pray and ask God to, you know, make her pain easier. That's all I can do. But, you know, still as a human, you want to be like, bro, I want to do something, bro.
Right.
But it's just nothing that I can do. To see her sitting there like that, like every night I go to bed, like, bro, I'm scared. I'm worried. I be up all night because I think about so much that I've been through and so much that I go through that I just don't talk about. And, you know, at night when you're trying to get, you're supposed to be at peace when you're going to sleep, but I do not. Like, bro, I'm up. Like, if I don't take, like, a melatonin or something to help my mind calm down, bro, I be up all night.
That's more affecting your mental health, you know what I mean? And so, did you want to tell a story? I don't know if you forgot your story.
Oh, no, I was just finna tell a story how, like, my father tried to step in and you know, try to bone rush the situation. I was at Malum, I guess, and I had got in trouble. It was a teacher, her name was Miss Brown. She had called my father. And he came up there also, like, you know what I'm saying, trying to discipline type. And I'm looking at him like, nigga, I don't know you.
I hadn't seen you.
Yeah, like, I ain't seen you. Like, yeah, we cool and stuff. Talked to you on Christmas, my birthday, but other than that, what you here for? You know what I'm saying? And I just remember going and telling Matt, like, hey, bro, man, Miss Brown, call my daddy up here. But we were rolling, man. That shit was so goddamn funny. But yeah, that was a little funny story.
How do men, and because I can't relate, you know what I mean? And it's it just is what it is.
Right.
You dealt the hand you dealt.
Right.
And thank God for my father.
Fact.
I don't see how men, because I grew up with my dad, and I know you can relate to that, I don't see how men can have a kid and not be there.
Same, bro.
I'm not saying you're going to be perfect at all, but I'm just saying be there. Right. Like, just be there with the kid.
Yeah,
I don't see how.
Because you would think, like, every daddy want to be in their son. Like that's your son. That's your second you. Yeah. You
right.
You want to show him everything about life. Like, you want to be the one to do that, but it's just Like I ain't saying that my dad wasn't there on purpose. Just
Right. He was locked up.
it was just the life that he was living caught up with him.
Yeah.
So
And I ain't gonna lie, Pope. I've been thinking about every excuse for mine.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And I haven't came up with an answer yet.
Wow.
But he got another family. He got married. I'm pretty much convincing myself all of these excuses, and I haven't came up with an answer. So that's the reason why, like, when my sisters reach out to me, because I do have sisters. I have 2 of them, and I have a brother. When they reach out to me and say, let's go on a trip or let's do a little family reunion, I can't really respond the way I really want to respond. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather not respond at all.
Right.
And then when he reached out to me to see my son now, it's a no-go because first
He
off,
reached out to you to see Baby Bone.
yeah, he reached out to me several times. The first time my mother allowed him, you know what I'm saying, to take my son out, but I wasn't really, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't really big on it, but I was cool with it, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to amend whatever. He's trying to get to know my son or whatever.
yeah.
But long story short, if he had me on that door stool waiting on him those weekends, I'm sure he gonna do my son the same way. So that's the reason why
You trying to
I'd rather
protect him.
not.
Trying to protect him.
I feel that. Yeah.
You know, I can see that. That's that would be a rough thing, man. You know what I mean? For you to as an adult, 31 years old, to still be trying to make excuses for your father, like trying to figure out, and I don't even think it's so much for him. I think subconsciously it's for you saying he had something else going on. It's not that I wasn't worth it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that would be tough. And so that leads me to another question I want to ask, because I can't imagine something tougher than that. What is one of the toughest things that you've had to deal with when it concerns your mental health, when it concerns your life? What is the toughest battle that you're willing to share with us that you had to go through mentally? And it could be physical, it could have been sick or something like that.
Losing my best friend, one of my best friends in high school, Tori Morris. Like that's my brother, like that's my dog, like, and like when he left, like I said, we in high school, like,
And for people that don't know, he passed away in a car.
yeah, he passed away in a car accident. Our it was our senior year.
No, we were
We were junior. It was going. It might have been going
into
our
12th grade year.
Yes, it was one of them. But like, bro, you in high school, like, bro, you expecting your friends to be with you all the way until y'all get grown.
Right.
And when he left, bro, that was like some of the toughest time that I went through going, like, cause you still got to get up and go to school.
Right.
Yeah, you got to
Still got to get up, make sure you got your work done, and you got practice. Got to come home and deal with you going with at home. But on top of that, bro,
You're a kid dealing with grief.
yeah, like I'm a kid dealing with. I can't just call him up no more and be like, "Hey, bro, come pick me up, bro. Let's go pick everybody up and go have." We used to just do like just fun stuff every day, like just not nothing too wild, but we was wild, you know,
Yeah.
just the normal kid stuff.
Being boys.
Yeah, just being boys, but like just knowing the fact that you can't call them no more. You just can't. Like to this day, it bothers me, bro, because like it's not a day that go by on like that I don't think about this man.
Yep.
Like I think about like where would I be
if he was still living.
in today if he was still here? Because like he was a big part of me.
Yeah, big positive.
Yeah, like he was a big positive part of me. Like, bro, and like when he left, it just ever since then, everything I go through is hard to deal with. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't know how to deal with it because I ain't been taught.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and if anybody ever want to reach out to me and, talk to me, I open up, bro. Like, I just want to be taught how to deal with my emotion, deal with my frustration, deal with what I'm going through, because I don't know how.
Right.
That's big that you put that out there, because men a lot of times don't want to say that they don't know. That was a tough one. I wasn't as close to Tori as some of y'all, but I definitely knew Tori.
Yeah,
personally.
everybody knew,
And
yeah.
that was a tough one for not only the class but the entire community, to lose somebody that was just a positive. Like I couldn't find somebody to say something negative about him.
It wasn't
The funny,
crazy.
like one of the funny dudes you ever meet.
and
Yup.
and then you lose him in that fashion, and he has a child on the way, which compounded the trauma.
Right.
Because he has a child that'll never be able to have his dad, and that's more trauma for him because again, children don't know why you're not there; they just know you're not
Not
there. Now the young man is old enough now to comprehend.
Yeah,
My father died in an accident.
not too long ago, the family we all met up at his gravesite, and I might have been his birthday. Yeah, it's his birthday. You know what I'm saying? And his son, they went around asking everybody, "Do y'all want to say anything?" And it came down to as his son, like, but his son was still in his mama womb when he
Right.
died,
Yeah.
so his son not even like he don't know,
Don't know him at all.
like he don't know him, but he know that's his dad.
Right.
Like, bro, he was like he had said something, and bro, you could just tell like something just hit him, bro. He just started breaking down, crying, like bro, he know, like I'm talking. How can I put it, like he know his dad ain't here, but he felt his dad right then.
Right. There's
Like,
something missing. There's
Yeah,
his dad.
yeah,
He feels
yeah.
something is missing because his dad's not there.
yeah, like he feel that like something like his dad is missing.
Yeah.
But like the dude that's like his father role now, the dude is great. Like
That's good.
the guy
Stepped
that's
up.
Yeah, that's
like
good,
dude
man.
stepped up, and you know what I'm saying. But like I don't know, but that's definitely got to be the hardest thing I done went through, or trying to just get over. Cause like how they say people heal, bro. I don't think you really just heal from a death of somebody. Like
Nah.
you just learn how to cope
it.
with it.
It's a scar. Like,
Yeah.
if you break your skin now, it'll never be like it was.
Yeah,
it'll
yeah.
have a scar over it.
Yeah.
But it'll never be like
Yeah,
it
so
was.
like for that part, it's just like a big scar on my heart.
That's
Thanks.
crazy.
I think my biggest trauma was when my grandmother died, and I actually found her, like dead.
I didn't know that.
Like, bro, I can see her skin. It was damn near gray. Like I can see it now. I can literally see it now, and how she was slumped and her mouth was just open, like helpless. I had so many dreams about walking in there and seeing her like that. There been so many rooms I walked in, and I'm thinking she in that same spot or in that chair or on that couch, sitting the same way. I feel like that's very traumatizing. And then on top of that, my mother lost herself for years. I'm talking like 7 years plus, probably like 10 years plus. She lost herself trying to find herself because that was her go-to person. And just think about your go-to person is out of it because their go-to person is not here.
Wow. That was
Yeah, that was
deep.
Let me repeat that for all the people that wasn't listening. Just think about your go-to person is out of it mentally because their go-to person wasn't there present. Bro, that would mess you up because the person that I'm looking up to and I'm getting my drive through is out of it.
Yeah.
Like this big building that we got, she didn't have. You know what I'm saying? Me and her had to put a down payment on this building and all the other two buildings. You know what I'm saying? To get her mind to where it's supposed to be because
To get back to
she
work.
didn't even want to close on it. I said, Mama, this is a good deal. We was talking about it. I said, if I got to use my school money, I use my grant money to pay for this. You feel me? And she wasn't there. And I feel like this building and what we built, what I'm saying, for her brand, actually, pushing her to the next level. But that was my biggest trauma experience is having your mother not be there mentally.
So who did you go to during that time, or did you just have to bottle it up for 10 plus years?
Man, I had to bottle it up because I was her strength. I was a person that pushed her along.
You had to be strong for her because
I had to
she
be
wasn't able
strong for her.
you.
Exactly. I had to be strong for her. I had to push her along. I'm talking about building credit. I'm talking about everything. Like from the ground up, we had to restart because she wasn't there mentally.
Well, I can kind of relate to that. As far as like, when my mom lost her mom, it really affected her. My maternal grandmother passed in maybe March of 2009. I may have the month right, but it was 2008, 2009 when she passed, and it was hard on my mom. She went through a deep depression, um, and it's somebody losing their mom,
Yeah.
and it's hard. And obviously she's since bounced back, but it took her years like that. She went through such a deep depression that she got to where she didn't want to leave the house for a while. And shout out to my father for just being able to be there and be supportive and know that she was going through something that was the most traumatic thing before or since she would ever go through. Grief is hard to deal with. Grief is a part of that mental health process, and you can't tell somebody when it's time to move on from them.
No,
You can't. You know what I mean? Like my friend Kelsey, we talk. She's very intelligent. And, when she lost a lot of family members at one time a few years ago, not just her family lost a lot of family members. And one thing that we continued to tell each other was feel what you need to feel as long as you need to feel it and then move forward. And so that's not saying like, hey, it's been 2 weeks, it's been a month. It's feel what you need to feel as long as you need to feel it and then move forward. And that's something that I've been able to keep with me even through whatever mental health struggles I've had. Most of my stuff has just been wanting to do a good job and make people proud, And if I fail or don't succeed, I really carry that with me. And I just try to, again, feel what I need to feel and then move on. Because if I sit in that stuff, obviously I'll never be able to accomplish the things that I want to accomplish.
Yeah, and like I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like lately, like, well, now that's one of the biggest things to me too. Is like, you want people to be like, "Hey, man, I'm proud of you."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you don't want to fail, which we all gonna fail at something.
Right.
But you just don't want nobody to be like, bro, dude, to fail him. But I just, it just means something to me when people say, "Hey, Chad, I'm proud of what you're doing." You know what I'm saying?
Work.
Like, this right here makes me happy. Like, I've been I've been at peace for a while, like with a lot of stuff, like how to make. But I'm still working on my happiness, like getting back happy.
Right.
And this is one of the things that, like, us coming to do this, like, even when it's once a month that we do it, but like, bro, it's like one of my happiest times. I'm the happiest, bro, because I'm here with y'all and I get to do this. And now when I go around people, hey man, I'm proud of y'all, but y'all keep it up. You like,
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, they bring me joy, but it's still something I would, you still want to. I'm still waiting to hear from I'm still waiting to hear from my pops.
Yeah.
Facts.
Like, come on, like, are you proud or you know what I'm saying? Just let me know
how you
And
feel.
we'll always be wanting that from our fathers, whether they in your life or not. You know what I'm saying? Whether they're here or not.
Like I hear from my two uncles daily. Hey,
Right.
nephew, man, y'all boys doing your thing, but I'm still waiting on that. Hey, son, I'm proud of you. But that'll mean the world to me. Like, and like I said, our relationship ain't the best right now, but you just saying that, but you don't know what that could do.
What that could do to
Yeah,
you.
you know.
So. And so I knew as a young man coming up, and I was just blessed to be able to have not only my father, but some other positive people in my life. Kurt Spraggin being one of them. A great man. He served some time himself, but man, a good man. I said all that to say, like, one of the highest compliments I've ever gotten was from an older man, JC Bean. I don't know if y'all know JC. That's G and them granddaddy.
Yeah.
And he told me, he said, we were doing something, working outside. And he said, boy, you work like your granddaddy. Man, I was young, but man, that made me feel good because I think so highly of my grandfather.
Right.
And if I work like him, that means something. And I said all that to say, young masculinity is bestowed by other masculinity. Young men need to get those compliments from other men that they respect.
Right.
Like if another man you respect never tell you he proud of you, what you gonna feel like?
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? And so if you don't have children, if you got nephews, if you got young brothers, tell them you're proud of them. You know what I mean? And they may not be doing the best right now, but just like you said, bro, if he had said that to you, you don't know what that's gonna do to my confidence. Okay, let me get up and get this, that, and the third together because my dad proud of me. I don't want to let him down.
Right.
So that's a really big thing, is, in my opinion, is men being able to build up other young men and show them, like, you're doing a good job. You don't know it all right now, but you're going to get better, and you're going to get better. And that's another thing too, at the end of the day, is you do have to put in the work to get better. You know what I mean? Because you can't be coddled to greatness. Like, yeah, we love you. Yeah, we proud of you, but we still got to get out here and cut the grass.
Yeah.
We still got to do such and such and such and such. It's a certain amount of things that have to be done. And so.
And that's another thing. Like, if it's any young dudes out there, man, or even guys my age, if y'all just need a positive dude in your corner just to tell you some positive words every day, or be there when you need somebody to listen and talk to, bro, man, y'all can DM me on any one of our social platforms, or you can DM us on our personal ones. It don't matter, bro. Like, bro, because I just wanna get it to where it's easy for men to open up.
Right.
Because bro, it's hard for us to open up, because once we do, you soft. He acting sassy. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. Like women, bro, y'all gotta chill on that. Like, bro,
Bro, they killing
We
me with
can't
that
even
sex.
pray without being gay.
like y'all want us
come
to
on.
open up to y'all. I see it on Facebook all the time. Y'all share the same post. Men, open up. We do care. But when we open up, it's used against us. It's put on social media, and y'all make fun of us. So, like, come
Chill
on,
out.
ladies. Hey, ladies, just cut us a little break, man. Y'all want us to open up, bro. We'll do it. Like, it might be hard for us to do it, especially me, but I'll do it if I can. Like, if I know that I can trust that you not going to take what I tell you and use it on me when we get in an argument or something.
And that's why I said that judgmental. Like,
Yeah.
I'd rather not
Yeah.
open up, because you're going to judge me when we get into an argument.
Yeah,
Or
like,
you're going
don't-
to judge me when things don't go your way. Like, I can't deal with that. So I
Yeah,
just,
don't judge me for anything that I'm telling you that I've been through, but just
right.
help me be the best present Chaz that I can be.
Facts.
And that's hard. That's why mate selection, like the person that you pick, is so important, because you can't just open up to any and everybody.
No.
So, okay.
You can't. Like, you know what I mean? It's some stuff that you really, really want to tell somebody, and y'all fall out in 6 months. Is she gonna let everybody know about that?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Right.
what I'm saying, like, bro, I done had situations. I have told a female I was, we was vibing or whatever. I tell her some stuff and we stopped talking, and the next week, bro, so and so said, I'm like, what?
Sad.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah. So I'd rather not even.
Yeah, so I just rather
down
not
that
even
road.
say it.
But just to piggyback off what you said, with the guys that's out there that's going through mental health or going through problems, period, we are the platform that you can reach out to. We will not judge you. Me, prime example, so I'm a manager at my actual job, and we pretty much hire a lot of young guys. So you know what you get when you get young guys come in. You get a lot of hood stuff, or you get a lot of stuff that you're not used to. Bro, these guys I literally cried with. These guys I literally showed how to barbecue. Like the simple things that I know how to do, I'm showing these guys so they going home with something.
And I don't even know how to barbecue. like, but I got men in my life teach me that. But
Right.
I just ain't, because, like, bro, I'm
Right.
ADHD. Like, I can't sit there and just
Boy, they mean forgot about the stuff on the grid.
like, but my mind be on something else, and I go out there and the damn burgers done went this little because they done
Yeah.
burnt. So that's just something that I do want to learn, but I'm gonna have to make myself sit there.
Facts. I mean,
Sound like we
I
need to
done
have a
showed
barbecue
these guys
then.
how
Yeah, we
to
do. Yeah.
literally
Clearly say
wash a
barbecue.
car, because this is why I told, and I always preach this. I said,
Preach.
if you want a female, it's 3 things that you must know how to do: wash her car, mow the grass, and gas up her car.
And gas up the car.
You got to be able to gas up her car. You got to have some money to at least gas up her car. I said, you gonna keep your girl forever
With them 3 simple things.
with those 3 simple things. That's my method.
Oh, that's your
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Now, everybody got their own method.
Oh, no,
I
you right though,
I'm
'cause, like,
sending you to the detail shop, because
Yeah,
I don't
'cause,
even
like,
like mine. I ain't gonna lie.
A lot of times it do be the simple stuff that they appreciate.
It's a simple thing. As long as if you can wash your girlfriend's
What you
car,
say?
you ain't got to worry about another man washing her car.
Man.
And I'm telling you,
You right, because you go to
I'ma be real with you.
No, that's why I'm taking the car.
And
I'ma-
that's
I'ma
why
be-
you don't take it. That's why you don't let them go to the
Yeah.
gas
I'ma be
pump
real
really
with
truly.
you.
Hey,
No.
hey,
the
hey,
men
hey,
that wash
Redbone.
those cars, they will get your girl.
Detail guys, why y'all like that?
Shit.
Coming for these folks.
Yeah.
girls
No,
and
the
wives?
girl, the women throw themselves at them just for a car wash. And I just at my
that's
job,
low.
that's anywhere.
I'd have been fired.
All you want is a car
I'd
wash?
have been fired.
Man, listen,
I would have caught it.
I'm just being
Throw it
real
at me, I'm
with
gonna
you.
catch it.
Just being real with you. So you can imagine how a guy that's making $8 an hour can real deal hammer your girl down. It's not about the money.
Bruh, no,
It's not about the money.
No, hey, he
not.
ain't
That
lying,
ain't
bro.
lying. He
I'm
ain't
telling y'all, I was just watching the $1 Million Worth of Game interview with Drewski, and they were just talking about that.
Okay, what
They was
say?
like, these millionaires back here thinking it's another millionaire smacking their girl.
That's what I'm
He
saying,
said,
bro.
it's a nigga that work at KFC right now, tearing
That's
a
what
hole
I'm
in your
saying.
junk.
Because he fucking for his life.
Yeah, you
Is that
feel
what
me?
it, that's
Yeah.
what it is?
Yeah, he fucking to stay in the house with you. He don't have nowhere to stay.
We actually just talked about this at the barber shop
Just
the
think
other
about
day.
it. Just think
About
about
how
it. You got
guys
all the
move when they stand with a female.
Yeah.
They really got to put in their work.
They really put in that work, so they gonna give her a whole hour worth of hard meat.
Whoa!
Oh, okay.
that's
And I'm just being real,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah, like the side dude ain't got to put in no work.
Side dude ain't gotta put in no
Side
work.
dude just get your nails done.
He ain't gotta worry about her
If that.
yeah,
complaining
if
to her.
that.
He gotta worry about her complaining to her, giving her
Nothing.
feelings out. None of that.
Nothing.
All he do is text her back whenever she wanna do whatever she gotta do.
If she complains, she complain about the other dude. Dude,
Oh,
I
she
want
definitely complaining.
to wrap the show with this question because I know we got off and had a good time and laughed right there. But this has been a great episode, and this has been something that I feel like really need to be talked about. Chaz, I want to ask you a question. If the world was your audience and that camera was your microphone, what would you say?
Man, at the end of the day, man, just know, bro, it's gonna be okay. Like whatever you go through in life, bro, like every day that God opens your eyes, bro, that's a new day for you to be a better you than you were yesterday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, man. This clearly said. Like I said, hit up our Facebook, our Instagram. Also, email us. We need emails. If you want to collab, from now on, hit the email, hit the DM. You know what I'm saying? Please do it. And everybody that we shout out, man, we love y'all. Even the people that we miss. I know,
Yes.
like O'Sheen mother, she actually helped me out. And
Uh,
I'm gonna write a book about it. You know what I'm
big
saying?
shout
I
out to
want
my
y'all to know
TT
that
Crystal,
too.
man. She one of them ones.
But yeah, y'all just reach out to us. Go ahead, Josh. Close it out.
He threw it over
Yo.
there quick.
Yo!
Got hot because that conversation, man.